You seem to have a knack for playing sort of sympathetic villains. So do you do that yourself, or you just are attracted to sympathetic villains, or what's the story there? Is that making sense at all?
Yeah, it makes total sense. I don't. I think they are written, I think, sympathetically, but I think my thing is that I don't play bad guys. Paul was not a bad guy. To me, I don't look at I let people judge the story for themselves. As far as I'm concerned, as the actor, I have to get morally behind my guy. I have to justify what that person's doing and make it right for myself, right? Even bad people do things that they think are right. They're all trying to win. And so I always look at the characters as good guys. And let the story tell itself, and let you be the judge of whether I'm a good guy or a bad guy. But I think in Supernatural, it's kind of written sympathetically. I think. Do you, or am I wrong? You think it's written sympathetically? Right. Lucifer tells the truth. Everything he says is true. I think he's got a real beef. I think any of us who had a similar beef would probably be pretty pissed off too. We might not go to the lengths Lucifer goes to. But that just shows me that Lucifer's passionate. So I like sympathetic guys like that. Bad guys. Bad guys drive a story too. If you think about it, if it weren't for the bad guys, the good guys. Jared, where would Jared and where would Dean and Sam be without the bad guys? Listening to classic rock, sitting home, getting fat, drinking beer.
There wouldn't be a TV show called Supernatural.
Right, there wouldn't be that. We make it supernatural. So, does that answer your question? Very good. Very good.
I always believe there's two types of characters that are worth playing. I've said this before, but it's a fun thing. And I think there's two types of characters that I enjoy playing, and that's kind of it. First one is the guy that sells them out before they've left the planet. I mean, he's screwed before you start. And you just love watching this dilemma of somebody trying to be decent with what it is that they've already done that's fatally flawed them in the first place. It's a lovely dynamic, that's one. And the other one is the last sane man in the universe. But that's Crowley, and Crowley is the last sane man in the universe. The idea of Crowley is that if everybody would just listen to what he said and do what he told them to do, life could be so much simpler and go by so much faster.
But he wants to take over the world.
And your problem with that is what? It's for your own good.
You want to turn us into demons.
And your problem is what?
We like being humans.
Why? That's what you think.
Yeah.
But honestly, what's best for you is just, yes, okay, go sit down.
But
Thank you.
you know what? She actually brought up a really interesting point, is that when you play an antagonistical character, you don't approach them from a negative point of view on yourself. So can you kind of explain a little bit about...
I've never played a villain. I've never played a bad guy.
Exactly.
I never will. I hate the idea. The concept never makes sense. Because as soon as you start putting your own moral clauses into things, it just doesn't sort of work. You can't spin the right and wrong of something.
The worst bad guy thinks he's doing good.
Mm-hmm.
It's for your own good, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
You have a question?
Yes,
Before.
I got a question for Martha. I saw you on Lost and on Supernatural, and you're always like the bad guy.
Why are you always the bad guy? Why'd you always get picked as the bad guy?
Why am I always the bad guy?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I never play a bad guy.
Exactly. See? I'm not the only one. Somebody finally.
They're all good guys as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely.
You don't think I'm a bad guy in Supernatural, right?
No. Lucifer was not.
Not a bad guy.
Lucifer's a good guy.
He was just a little angry. He had a reason to be angry.
He just killed some pagan gods and all that, but
Unfulfilled.
They had it coming. Pagan sons of bitches. They had it coming.
As Crowley said, unfulfilled daddy issues.
You can actually quote you
Thank you.
in your own scripts.
Yeah, because I read them. Don't get asked that question all the time. Isn't that like the most common question?
Why do we play the bad guy? I always play the bad guys
I've never
too.
played a bad guy. I've never played a bad guy.
I know, we love our characters. Balthazar's not a bad guy, right? Lucifer's not.
He's a good guy. Anybody that would literally keep the Titanic from sinking just so he doesn't have to listen
He's
to
a good
Celine
guy.
Dion is
It's a good guy.